There are days when life knocks you down so hard that standing up feels impossible. You look at others rising, winning, building their futures, and you wonder why your path is filled with setbacks. In moments like these, doubt crawls into the heart like a slow poison. But here's the truth: every fall carries a message, every struggle has a purpose, and every defeat holds a hidden doorway to strength. Life is not measured by how many times you stumble, but by how many times you return to your feet. If you've never felt broken or beaten, this story will feel like a mirror, and maybe a reminder that your resilience is far greater than you think. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by dusty roads and whispering trees, lived a man named Rahim. He wasn't known for his success or his strength. In fact, people remembered him only for his failures. No matter what he tried: a shop, a job, a new skill, something always went wrong. Some said he was unlucky. Others said he simply wasn't capable. Little by little, Rahim began to believe them. He moved through life with his head low, convinced he was meant to lose. One morning, after yet another setback, Rahim sat near the old well in the village square, feeling utterly defeated. His hands trembled, not from the cold, but from the weight of hopelessness. Just then, an elderly traveler approached him, leaning on a wooden staff polished by time. The man looked at Rahim's tired eyes and asked gently, "Son, why does your spirit look more wounded than your body?" Rahim sighed and said, "I try and fail every single time. Others rise, I fall, again and again." The old traveler smiled softly. "Let me tell you a story," he said, sitting beside Rahim. "Long ago, there was a wandering warrior known across kingdoms not for his victories, but for the countless battles he lost. People mocked him, called him weak, and laughed at his endless defeats. His armor was dented, his sword was chipped, and his body carried more scars than a battlefield. But still, he kept fighting. One day, exhausted from failure, he visited a wise hermit living deep in the mountains. "Why do I lose every battle?" the warrior asked. "Why is life so cruel to me?" The hermit looked at him and replied, "You mistake life's blows for punishment. They are only lessons in disguise. Let me show you something." He led the warrior to a cave where a giant boulder stood in the center. Every day for 20 years, the hermit said, "I struck this boulder once with my staff. Just once. And for 20 years, nothing happened. Not a crack, not a sound. But I kept striking it. And on the 7th day of the 21st year, it split into 2 pieces." The warrior stared in disbelief. "So one strike broke the stone?" he asked. The hermit shook his head. "No, it was the result of every strike before it. You fall and rise not because you are weak, but because your journey is shaping you. Every failure is softening the stone. Every rise is sharpening your spirit." The traveler paused, letting the words settle into Rahim's heart. Rahim felt something shift inside him, a quiet flame sparking back to life. The old man continued, "You have not failed, Rahim. You are simply mid-journey. Stand up again, and one day your stone will break too." Rahim wiped his eyes and thanked the traveler. From that day, he refused to let failure define him. When he fell, he rose. When he was mocked, he persisted. Slowly, his small efforts began to bloom. He learned new skills, opened a small shop, and though progress was slow, it was steady. People who once doubted him began to admire him. Children in the village started saying, "If Rahim can rise after falling so many times, maybe we can too." In real life, our journeys look different, but the truth remains the same. Falling is not the end. My grandfather used to say, "A person who rises more times than he falls becomes unbreakable." And he was right. The world remembers those who endure, those who refuse to surrender even when the road turns dark. If you're going through setbacks, don't walk away from them. Grow through them. Stand tall, even if your knees shake. One day, the efforts you've made quietly, painfully, faithfully will come together. And your life will split open with light just like the hermit's boulder. Rise again. Rise always. Because every fall is temporary, your strength is not. If this story touched your heart, give it a like and share your thoughts below. It helps the story reach someone who might need it today. And until we meet again, stay grateful, stay disciplined, and keep rising no matter how many times you fall.